Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Low Country. This is News 2 at 6.
In the wake of the Wando Bridge repairs on 526 and all the traffic jams here in the Low Country, Governor McMaster calls for the completion of I-526. We speak with lawmakers about what this means for Charleston.
And 2 homicides in less than 24 hours in North Charleston this week. The plans the city's police chief has to stop the violence. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Libba Holland.
And I'm Brendan Clark. Your 3-day weekend is officially here. We can expect temperatures in the upper 80s, scattered showers Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, but downpours on Monday could dampen your Memorial Day plans. So let's check in with the Low Country's chief meteorologist, Rob Fowler. Rob.
Hey guys, we're going to take this kind of day by day because each and every day I think we'll get a little more rain, kind of climaxing or the crescendo, if you will, on Monday, Memorial Day. Look at the folks there paddleboarding, certainly looking fantastic out on Shem Creek. We have a few clouds, but in terms of rainfall, a lot of that rain has moved on inland. We'll keep an eye on a few scattered showers offshore, but it looks like a lot of those are kind of fading away before they reach the coast, which means go out and enjoy your Friday night. Just grab the umbrella, especially if you're closer to 95, Upper Dorchester County and Upper Colleton County. Now, in case you haven't heard, our first named storm, it's subtropical, called Alberto. It is moving to the east at 2. This is that area of low pressure we've been tracking for, seems like forever, but certainly the last few days it's actually pulled away from the Yucatan. Now we believe eventually it's going to start to be pulled north into the Gulf of Mexico, and as it does, could strengthen a little bit, could actually become a full-fledged tropical storm. But what it will do is bring some moisture in our direction. You can clearly see there's a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity well to the east of the center. So as the low pulls to the north, we think a lot of this will be moving northbound. The timing is such that probably the deepest moisture won't arrive until later on Sunday and Memorial Day, and that's when we think we'll have the best chance of tropical downpours. We'll talk more about this, give you the whole weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
We have video shot today as State Department of Transportation workers make repairs on that new cable installed inside the structure on the Wando Bridge, the westbound lanes on 526. Last week, that side of the bridge forced to shut down last Monday after a damaged cable was found during a routine inspection. SCDOT plans to reopen the westbound side of that bridge, hopefully by June 11th.
Following the bridge chaos, Governor Henry McMaster is now calling for the completion of Interstate 526 in the Low Country.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago, the governor requested the State Transportation Infrastructure Board not take action concerning the fate of 526 due to unresolved matters. Today, though, he's calling for their support. News 2, Sophia Arizosa, live, West Ashley.
Sophia, Governor McMaster wants SCDOT and the SIB to complete the extension, correct?
Brendan, Libba, we've all heard about this project, but it has been stalled for decades. Today, Governor Henry McMaster calling local lawmakers, asking them to get the project done. Take a look at what it would look like. You see 526 would cross out of West Ashley into Johns Island and then over into James Island, essentially creating a loop around Charleston County. It would provide an alternate route for people trying to get off the islands, which many people think would actually help relieve traffic. This push for completion by Governor McMaster comes more than a week after westbound lanes of 526 over the Wando River Bridge were shut down because of that snapped cable. Today, Charleston County Representative Leon Stavronakis says that unfortunate event caught the attention of local lawmakers.
Because this is really the first time we've had a strong gubernatorial push for this project. In the past, it's all been local government and our local legislative leaders making the progress on this project happen. And previous governors have not gotten behind this project like this. And so it's really, really important.
Charleston County is working on asking the State Infrastructure Bank for about $400 million. Part of that would be matched by the county. Reporting live in West Ashley tonight, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.
Sophia, thank you. A spike in crude oil prices has lifted the national average of gas. So as you hit the roads this Memorial Day weekend, you can expect to pay more at the pump. News 2 Stetson Miller is live in Mount Pleasant at the Circle K gas station. And Stetson, you spoke with some drivers. What they have to say about the increase?
Hey, Libby, yes, I'll show you in just a second, but you're right. The unofficial start of summer is here, Memorial Day weekend, and a record number of travelers are expected to travel this year. But for those of you hitting the road, we have some bad news. Gas prices are up. You'll be paying more at the pump, and this year they're at a four-year high. AAA expects about 36.5 million Americans to hit the road this holiday weekend, up around 5% from last year. And they'll have to shell out a little more cash when they fill up at the pump. In the last few weeks, average gas prices across the country have risen 12 cents to a national average of $2.93 a gallon, the highest price since Memorial Day weekend 2014. In South Carolina, prices are up almost 60 cents since the same time last year. Motorists say they're taking notice.
Ridiculously high. Like a 10, 12 cents a gallon.
These 30 cents, right? These 30 cents a gallon.
That's significant.
It is.
If you want to save money, you can take advantage of gas station rewards programs, which can save a few cents per gallon.
The Shell Rewards program, that saves us about 5 cents a gallon.
I use the rewards that we have locally in our area, from like our Kroger reward.
Other recommendations, use websites and apps like Gas Buddy. They will show you the cheapest prices around you. According to AAA, trends showed that the national average is expected to rise to at least $3 a gallon this summer. But the good news for people here in the Southeast, prices are still some of the lowest in the country, with the recent average statewide estimate in South Carolina at $2.64 a gallon. I spent a lot of time at this gas station today, and prices here for regular gas was $2.69 a gallon, but I did use that app, the Gas Buddy app, and I found that if I just went a few miles down the road, it would only be $2.65, so it pays to do a little research before you hit the road. Live in Mount Pleasant, Stetson Miller, Count on 2.
All right, Stetson, thank you. Now, instead of hitting the roads this holiday weekend, some families ending up on the water to enjoy some fun. Today, several law enforcement agencies, including South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, spoke about boating safety. News 2's Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owens explains what you should not ignore if you're on the water.
A number of agencies plan to be out on the water this weekend. The Sheriff's Office, Department of Natural Resources, Santee Cooper's law enforcement officers, as well as the Coroner's Office plan to be out in force this weekend to make sure people are safe.
Raymond, what generated this action and activity is we all work together anyway, the agencies that I mentioned. We've had 4 fatalities on our lakes and rivers so far this year.
And that's just 4 too many. There are several simple things you can do to save your life or the life of someone you love.
So we want folks to go through, do their safety checks on their boats, make sure they have their safety equipment, but most importantly have a life preserver, a wearable life preserver for every person in the boat, and wear it.
They believe 2 of the 4 drownings this year may not have had to happen if the people involved had been wearing their life jacket. While those stepped up patrols began today on the waters and will continue through Memorial Day, they plan to keep more and more boats out on the waters throughout the summer. In Moncks Corner, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
A News 2 update for you. The victim found shot to death inside a car in North Charleston has been identified. According to the coroner, 23-year-old Damon Middleton died from a gunshot wound Thursday. North Charleston police found Middleton inside a car that crashed on Dorchester Road and West Surrey Drive. The case remains under investigation tonight. Well, that homicide, plus the one Wednesday, which ended in a murder-suicide after a woman was found shot to death inside her home, and the man suspected of killing her fatally shot himself. So News 2's Deanne Roberts spoke with North Charleston Police Chief Reggie Burgess about his plans to combat violence.
Thursday's homicide off West Surrey Drive and Dorchester Road is the 6th homicide here in North Charleston. So today, North Charleston Police Chief Reggie Burgess, he's marching because he wants to put an end to violence.
3 reported shootings happened in North Charleston within the last 2 days. 2 were homicides. This time last year, the city of North Charleston experienced 15 reported homicides. Well, Things are looking up for the city of North Charleston. As of today, there have only been 6 reported homicides and 1 justifiable homicide. North Charleston Police Chief Reggie Burgess says it's because instead of talking about it, he's showing how it's done. And with the department and community backing him, he believes it will only get better from here.
I'm out here, the officers out here, you got the community members out here. That's the important thing. You know, folks believe in you when they see you out here. And some folks say, well, you got to be very careful. Well, I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm going to be very careful, but I'm going to be out here. The problems don't occur in my office at City Hall. They are here in the streets, and this is where I need to be.
Chief Burgess says he made a promise to this community, and he'll be out here marching until the violence stops right here in North Charleston. Reporting in North Charleston, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
The suspect in a deadly Somerville shooting in jail tonight. 25-year-old Gregory Glenn Jr. was arrested in Charleston County by the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force and the Somerville Police Department. This shooting, if you recall, happened at the 3 Cafe restaurant, which is on Iris Street, back on May 17th. Police say they arrived there to find a man performing CPR on the victim, 25-year-old Cassandra Smalls, who later died at the hospital. Glenn is facing murder as well as firearm charges.
It's known as America's premier performing arts festival, and it's kicked off once again here in Charleston.
We're proud to call it home. The 42nd Spoleto Festival has officially gotten underway, with Charleston Mayor John Tecklenburg holding the opening ceremony today, with the festival board chair and other speakers as well. The festival showcases everything for everyone from theater to dance, acrobatics, artists, talks, and more.
As we come together over these next 17 days to celebrate the arts and enjoy the world-class performances that this festival has drawn into our own backyard, I'm uplifted to know that it will inspire a new generation of poets, of actors, of singers, of dancers, and maybe even a few jazz piano players to pursue their passions.
This festival, known worldwide, will wrap up June 10th.
Next on News 2.
A day intended to honor the men and women who died while serving our country.
Yeah, coming up, we'll tell you about the lesson some third graders are learning and teaching while planting American flags.